You know, the power pivot is 42.75, 42.5. So anybody who is, you know, knowledgeable about the market, for one or two ticks, you know, to hang out ahead of news, major news, is ridiculous. So, you know, yesterday, you know, a lot of you guys wanted these targets, but what happens is this is a trade that really messes up the shorts, because now the shorts are so anxious. Say, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. And right here, that thrust bar that catches everybody and changes the afternoon. And I said, you know, they're probably going to test this, you know, do a double top test. I like to see double top tests. And that's one of the reasons why I said, no, I think we're going to test that 55 one more time. And then it goes into the overnight. And by the way, you know, that 43.5, 42.75 area, a lot of times they'll use that for support, you know, for the 45. So, you know, right now I'm interpreting this as probably the major pivot is the 45, and traders are just taking profits ahead of news. And if you haven't, my question is, why not? You know, you probably know something I don't. It's always risk in the market going into news. NAS has been a clear leader. 1, 2, 3 little Indians already coming into the blue line here. So that's a little bit worrisome in terms of trying to find support on the NAS. NAS is definitely weaker than obviously the blue line on the ES. So in looking at the dynamics today, you know, this clearly was a breakdown that we need to pay attention to back here in the 50 area, and ahead of that, obviously, the 49 area. So for those of you who may have missed some of the things I was posting earlier, here's one just to show you the power of the umbrella, and that's on a 30-minute chart. And I'm trying to show this concept also of how we have a knife, we have a bounce. We've got a lot of arrogant longs who say, all right, we're already back at the 50, you know, blah, blah, blah. But then we've come back to do a double test. And a reminder, double tests don't have to hold exactly to the tick. They can be just above or just below. The reality is that this has been a financially engineered market. We've got gaps all over the place. And before we're done, we're going to come back and fill some of these. So the question is when? We already said that one of the things I was looking for was a new high. And then who knows how much higher. So far, we've only made a very marginal high. We could go even higher, but we said the first sign that we would be looking for was to go above and then come back through and leave players standing at the altar. Now this may take, you know, a week or two to play out. We don't know. So all I know is that the last known support was at 39 underneath us, and that's why this test today puts doubt in everybody's mind. Is that still support? Or, you know, have we really broken down, and can we test that today? So as far as I'm concerned, we're stretched already today. Look to hit bounces, and I'm interpreting this right now as profit taking. Keeping an eye on the lower supports. This 39 was the last known support, then the 35. And we've already had a good run taking out yesterday's low. So we're going to keep same resistance that we had yesterday, 59, 58, as our big resistance for now. Till that's broken, that's resistance. Power pivot on the money. So, you know, within 2 ticks. So this is a nice regression trade, and one that helps us to see potential targets coming. So I expect to see some emotional reactions this morning, and a reminder that this is never about any one day. Most important thing we can do is keep our wits about us, see if we can take a little something out of the market. If you are up early, you probably did already, based on the system rules. Once we break down, once you see this overnight, this last known support here, and then the thrust bar gets taken out, and the pressure becomes on all of these traders who were long, because they're obviously wrong now. And then once we break yesterday's low, it puts into question the previous low. So already for those traders who were up early and played a little something, already got the seed capital in our pocket, and it's a long day. So don't come in with a super bias one way or the other. Let's just react. And I'm going to keep the 15-minute chart in play. Don't forget we've got a gap trade, and this is profit taking right now. That's all we know.